Hey, it's Eitan, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm taking this run-of-the-mill, store-bought $20 tart and attempting to turn into a bougie, fancy, restaurant quality, 5-star restaurant quality, shall I, dessert. Let's get cooking. All right, so let's open this up. I have done a little pre-gaming in my head of thinking what I'm gonna do. So my kind of thoughts here is I wanna be able to try to use as least ingredients as possible in addition to this tart. I really wanna just use the tart and the tart only with maybe a few little additions. So of course I have my fruit here, and the fruit is really great because it's just fruit. There's no page on it, which is just that kind of glaze. There's this just like custard in the inside, very easy and to work with. And then we have our classic just tart crust. So the first thing I need to do is just deconstruct it. I think I'm gonna make some type of like coulis out of the fruit. I'm probably gonna try to give the custard a little bit more life. And then the crust, I'm probably gonna turn into some type of cookie thing. I love cookies, so I think we're gonna do that. Okay, first let's deconstruct. Take off the fruit. I feel like I shouldn't do that with my hands. Let's take off all the fruit. Plop. Oh, plop. I just remembered I'm allergic to pineapple, so we are not gonna put pineapple in my coulis. Berries into the pot, and let's place that onto the stovetop. Basically, I'm just gonna cook this down, give a little mashy mash, and it'll turn into some type of sauce situation. So we're gonna do a very careful custard extraction. So just scrape that up. I wanna give it a taste, but I am simply too nervous to waste it. So just scrape out our custard. I always see them in the stores, you know? And when I'm there, I always see these tarts, and I'm like, who buys those? It's like, doesn't wanna come off. Shaving away at my tart. Do you ever shave your tart? It's not an appropriate question. We have a scooch of water. Water doesn't count as an ingredient.
I don't need it.
I've scraped the tart, and it is honestly looking like it's in a pretty good place. So how's our coulis looking? Oh, it's chilling, okay. I think I need an extension cord. Thank you very much. Oh, hi. Yes, I cook with socks on. Would Gordon Ramsay approve? Definitely not. Break it up. I'm gonna try a little piece, just out of curiosity. Okay. Oh, that's actually delish. Okay. Pop this in here. Oh, Cardi, do you want to join? Do you want to join the cooking? Cardi, are you walking away from me? Yeah, okay. Do you want some? No? Okay, you can observe the wires. Back to cooking. And, ooh, that looks good. This kind of reminds me of like a graham cracker crust, which is what I'm going for in the sense, in some shape or form. Pop that in there. Coulis looking good. So I kind of have this like damp sand texture, which is exactly what I want. Let me grab some butter. Mr. Cardigan, are you here to watch me cook? Are you supporting your dad? Pop that in the microwave for about a minute until that melts. This is looking good. But look at that, like we kind of have a little, it smells really good. Cardi is currently trying to figure out how to use the doorknob. Would you like me to open the door for you? There you go. Pour my butter all over here. Mix that up until we have almost, yeah, like kind of like a, you know, how am I gonna describe this? Wetter sand, more wet.
I don't like sand.
Dump this mixture onto our baking sheet. Push that down. We'll try to use some pressure to just compact this. This is what I'm thinking right now. So when I was in Paris, I was there a few weeks ago, I tried something called a millefeuille for the first time. It is everything that I love in a dessert. It's carbs, well, carbohydrate, sugar's a carbohydrate, so most desserts have that. That's a dumb comment. So the millefeuille that I had, it was basically like 3 layers of puff pastry with some type of like moussey, vanilla-y layer with usually a saucy component. Instead of puff pastry, obviously you don't have that. This, I'm gonna kind of cheat the puff pastry. Now it's time to cut. I'm a little nervous for this, but I'm going to cut these. I'm gonna use a ruler. A ruler is the best friend of a chef. Well, not the best friend. It's a good, close friend. Oh ho ho! I'm gonna start at the 1. Maybe make my life a little easier. Mom, you didn't see that. My mom's a math teacher, so she can't know that. Arithmetic, not my strength today. Who needs math? My mom just cried. I'm using my eyeballs. I may need to have an eye doctor, an ophthalmologist appointment. Where'd it go? I apologize, I do need you. I'm having fun, are you having fun? Cut right there, cut right there, and cut right there. I'm gonna now pop it into my oven at 325. I'm guessing for about like 20-25 minutes. If you're enjoying this video, then might I recommend you pre-order my debut cookbook, Eitan Eats the World. Yes, that's right, I wrote a cookbook. Eitan Eats the World is available pre-order everywhere books are sold and at eataneatstheworld.com. We're talking Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Wherever you get your books, you can pre-order, and it's the #1 way to support my work. So if you enjoy my videos and want to support what I do, Eitan Eats the World. Coulis time! All right, I'm gonna grab my blender. In case you've never had a coulis is basically just a blended and strained fruit sauce. It's like a thinned out jelly, you know. Blend it up. And looking good. I have just a fine mesh strainer over my bowl. This will be kind of the final step of processing it. This will make sure none of those like strawberry seeds are in it. We definitely don't want strawberry seeds. Oh wow, it's like a murder scene. Oh, Push this through with your spatula, and on the bottom you have the beautiful coulis. Push that through, just really scrape and push. Straight into the fridge, and we're just gonna cool this down. I've taken this out of the oven. It has cooled for a bit, but I need to make sure this gets really cool, because if this is at all hot, that will absolutely ruin. So I'm just going to pop it into my little freezer, get that nice and cold. Now, what I'm thinking is it is time for the custard. My thought here is to kind of lighten it up a bit. I'm gonna actually whip some heavy cream, turn it into a kind of whipped cream. And you know what, let's do like a cup about, looking good. Straight into here, just, whoa. One of the most important tips when using a stand mixer is plugging it in. Whip it up! O Bolio, O Bolio, wherefore art thou, Bolio? Custard into the bowl. It's honestly like a sad amount of custard for such a large tart. Half of the whipped cream in there, and gently fold it in. Look at this, come here, come here. Look, look, look. It's folded. Oh God, that's good. Get this in our piping bag. Was that a dumb method? It was. Did I already have the correct way done? Yes. Did I choose the wrong way? That is true. Coulis into another pastry bag. Let's go grab our friends out of the freeze. Oh, that doesn't sound good. That sounds like cryogenic freezing. Is that what it's called? Cryogenically frozen. Can we play some intense music? Nope, not that one. Great. Okay. All right, let's take this. Okay. First layer. Grab the mousse and snake it. Wow. Oh, wow. I mean, I feel like a pastry chef right now. Coulis in the opposite. This is definitely the most coordinated and least messy version of myself that you're ever getting on this YouTube channel. And oh, wow. Ooh, all right, I'm feeling that. I'm living up my pastry chef dreams. Okay. Then a final dot of coulis onto each of the little toes. Not gonna lie, they look like boobs. All right, to make these a little less anatomical, I'm going to take my toothpick and just kind of run it through here. Welcome to Eitan's Patisserie. Here in front of you, you have a leftover store-bought tart turned into a millefeuille with a whipped mousse and a mixed berry coulis. The thing about these is they're chaotic to eat, no matter what you do. Even if they're made correctly. Obviously puff pastry will like cut a little bit easier, but they're always chaos. So chaos is my middle name. So I'm thinking I'm gonna just try to take a bite out of it. That is a solid 10 out of 10. Oh my God. I think there's something very poetic about a dessert that's so dainty and pretty that once you eat it turns into absolute chaos. I just love it. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. I had so much fun. I mean, I would say this was a major success. I'm proud of myself. As you can see, it's also not hard to do. This was, I mean, except for the measuring, it was pretty easy, so you can definitely do it at home. Hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, be sure to hit the big red subscribe button. It's big, it's red, it's free to click, and you'll be the first to know when I post new videos. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Be sure to do it. Maybe also comment. Let me know below what is your favorite kind of thing to zhuzh up from the supermarket. I'd love to try this again. This was a lot of fun. And if you haven't already, be sure to follow me on all the socials and pre-order Eitan Eats the World on EitanEatsTheWorld.com. And if you want this recipe to replicate exactly what I did, that's on EitanBernath.com. Wonder if I could eat this a little more like this. Oh yeah. You know what I want? A little more coulis. All over the top. I'm a coulis man.